Hi, Norfolk Yacht members. This is Ken Underwood, the General Manager, and welcome to our latest update on the Facilities Enhancement Project that's about to really get in gear again. So I hope everybody's enjoying seeing some activities around the club and getting back into the group somewhat. But without further ado, let's go right into an update on the project. So the agenda today, we're going to talk about the current facilities enhancement budget, the plans and designs as they are today, the schedule for construction, what you can expect during construction with regard to operating changes, and then questions and comments can be sent in following this presentation. So the project has a total budget of $7.5 million or so. That includes all phases of the project, and the tennis and pool and fitness that's already taken place. We spent about $3 million of the 7.5. The clubhouse is the largest chunk, and we're about to get started. We've only spent $112,000 so far, but we're about to kick into gear in just a few weeks. So in Rewind, what we've done so far, the RACQUET Sports Complex is just about done. We've added some screening around the mechanical equipment in the last year. We added new awnings for the tennis shop, I'm sure you've seen. We added sump pumps and drainage to resolve the dome stormwater issue we had last winter. So we're going to get a good test of that with the bubble just going up again, and some rain forecasts. So we hope that has been a successful solution. There does remain a minor punch list with the project over at the RACQUET Sports Complex. The pickleball court lighting needs some adjustments. That's going to happen next week. We need to correct some fence gates over there. There's been some drainage issues over there on some of the walkways. We have a plan to resolve that. That work's going to take place November 9th through the 13th. And the plan originally called for other shade structures to be constructed over there. We've taken a pause this year with spending with regard to our response to COVID. So they are still in the plan. When the budget allows, we're going to install more shade structures over there outdoors. And I want to thank Billy DeShiel and Ed Estes, two members I work closely with on the project, for all their help getting that phase of FEP behind us. So the clubhouse renovation. Here is the latest, folks. I want to first thank Molly McCune and her committee. They've been working feverishly. The staff has been actively involved with the project. And if you recall, we hired an architect a year ago, Time Off Moss. They've been working for a year now. They've pretty much done their design work. We sent requests for proposals to specific contractors to do the construction and renovation work. We received 4 proposals. We thoroughly checked their references, and the committee selected Hoy Construction to perform construction services for the project. So the scope of the project has many parts. A lot of it you will not see, and most of it you will. But I'm pleased to report that the kitchen is going to get air conditioning finally, improved ventilation, better lighting, some new equipment, a cosmetic refresh, and some workflow improvements for the staff. Electrical, lighting, and mechanical infrastructure system upgrades are scheduled throughout the building. We have new sound and TV, meeting audio visual equipment, much improved Wi-Fi, all scheduled to be upgraded in the clubhouse. And you'll notice in the design in a couple of slides that a lot of hardwood is being added to the club, both on the floors and ceilings. It's really going to look spectacular. And best of all, we're going to be opening 2 exciting restaurants that you're just going to love. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. So the project, going floor by floor, the downstairs, the improvements will be made to the clubhouse main foyer as you come in. There'll be a new entrance experience with new doors, new windows. The handicap lift in that lobby will be replaced with something much nicer and much easier to use. The reception desk is going to be modified a bit. The clubhouse is going to be redecorated throughout, upstairs and downstairs. Every space you see will be redecorated. New paint, wall coverings, window treatments, carpet, furniture. All the bars will be refreshed and look new. There is a planned enhancement to the outdoor experience. We heard you loud and clear during the McMahon survey a few years back, and we believe we have a good response for you. And we're creating a remote work and study lounge in the space of the old Grille, which we experienced through COVID, might be something that's going to stick around quite a while. So that's coming. Great place for you to relax. I'll talk about that more in a minute. And we're going to convert one room into a retail wine shop. So should be spectacular. So we've been working with our decorator. Her name is Jennifer Glickman, and she presented a concept to the committee that she calls transitional nautical. And the committee supports that direction, and that's where we're headed with the design. It's a slight softening to the traditional yacht club. You'll see cleaner, less ornate patterns, a fusion of different woods, I mentioned on the floor and the ceiling, a timeless design, that will blend our yacht club history and the elements that this great club offers its members. Here are some photos of some other places that inspired Jennifer to come up with this transitional nautical design. Lots of blue tones, really a nautical feel throughout the building, but not overdone. Here's some photos of what the bars might look like in the new restaurants. And, we have about 5 bars in the clubs already, but they're all going to be refreshed. So let's take a look at the clubhouse plans as they're going to be built. So this is the plans for the clubhouse first floor. It looks very similar to what you're used to. No walls are moving or such. Just a refresh of all these spaces here. The ballroom is still going to have a sunken floor. Not much we could do there. The main changes you'll see are going to be in the main foyer of the club. So the first floor lobby. This is a cutout looking from the bottom of the screen is the front of the clubhouse, to the top is the rear of the clubhouse. We're going to be adding hardwood to the floor and the ceiling in these spaces. There's going to be a beautiful burgee with inlaid with our logo in the floor. It's going to be spectacular. I mentioned the reception desk. It's going to jut out a bit from where it is today. Here's a rendering of what that might look like. We couldn't do much with the reception area because of the location of the steps going upstairs and the steps going down to the ballroom pre-function area. But that's what it's going to look like. This is a view looking from the front of the clubhouse towards the back. The skippers is dead ahead behind those stairs you're looking at. You can see the new hardwood on the floors and ceiling. It's really going to be dramatic and form a great first impression of the club. So moving upstairs, this too doesn't look too different than you'll notice today. The biggest change is the main hallway that runs east to west on the building. It's going to get a nice gentle curve and some beautiful woodwork along the way through the clubhouse. But pretty much, you know, most of the changes are really going to be improvements to walls and floors, and but we're going to go through each element upstairs one by one right now. So as you come up the stairs, this is what the upstairs lobby is going to look like. So you can see we're looking towards the river from here. River's back in these windows here. You will notice there's a new door right here to the left side and the rear of this photo. And that's going to be where the new president's room is going to be relocated. So the president's room, you can see it on the right here. It's between, it's just off the upper lobby. It's in an area that used to be a coat room, or is currently a coat room, but it won't be in the future. They have beautiful wood walls that have windows that you can see in and out to the hall and the lobby. Of course, there'll be curtains there for privacy. This space will be multifunctional. It'll be for business meetings, committee meetings, intimate dinners for 12 people or so. It's going to be a wonderful room. And it'll be equipped with the latest audio visual items and also have a large screen TV monitor there as well. So it's going to be a great multifunctional room. I mentioned before the work study lounge and library that we're going to create. This is a rendering of the old Grille, looking from the front of the clubhouse to the back rear. And you can see it's going to have just a place to relax, have a cup of coffee, bring your laptop, work away from home in this space. Probably we'll have a TV in there, and may or may not be on. But if somebody wanted to turn it on, we can certainly do so if it didn't disturb others. But this is a place to really relax, read a book, get away. So this is a room we have now. It's in the space as you come up the stairs from below to the second floor. This is that space right in here. It's between the fireplace room and the Lafayette room. Big change is going to happen here. Primarily, we're going to enhance the waterfront feature of this room. Again, I mentioned where it's located. We're going to add a glass wall between this room and the stairs below. If you've been in this room, you can hear everything that's going on in the ballroom. Well, this is going to be fully glassed, so much improved for sound and privacy. There'll be some doors added on the east side of the room and the west side that we can open and close. It'll be used for meetings and dinners for about up to 30, maybe 40 people. We, of course, will use it like we have in the past, along with the Lafayette, sometimes adding the fireplace room as well. And, a lot of the cards and games are played in this space already, and that will continue. So it'll be a better place, a quieter place to play some table games. So working our way from the east end of the clubhouse to the west is where we're headed. So this is the Hampton room. This is that room that overlooks the marina. You can overlook the swimming pool as well. It's going to get all new hardwood on the floor, hardwood on the ceilings. It's going to have a real nautical feel, as you can see by the burgees that are hanging there. It's just going to be a spectacular room where you can spill out onto that wonderful terrace just off the doors there in that room. So moving one room to the west, you would arrive in the fireplace room. Fireplace is going to look very similar to the way it does now. We acquired this magnificent sailboat model that's going to rest on a new mantle. It will go all the way to the ceiling. It's really an impressive piece. So that's going to be kind of the real decorating focus of that room. There will be above the fireplace. Lots of loungy furniture, that can be moved, so we can use that room for parties and such. But this is what's planned for the fireplace room. So moving over, you can see this was that Elizabeth room that we're calling for now, and we move over into the Lafayette room. As you remember, the Lafayette room has a dance floor kind of in this corner right here. This whole room is going to be a dance floor now because it's getting wall-to-wall hardwood. Those knee walls that currently surround the dance floor, they're going to go away, so it'll enable the room to be more flexible in how we set it up. There still will be a piano in here, wonderful views to the water. It's less furniture, less lounge furniture. The bar will remain. It'll be, again, redecorated, refinished. And this is that curve along that you're gonna notice in the hallway. So the first of the two restaurants that I mentioned in the very beginning of the presentation will be a new restaurant in the area of the old formal dining room. This is what the design looks like right now. It's got multiple features. But it will be an upscale casual dining space. We've tentatively called it the 1896 Grille, celebrating our 125 years in the making. It's going to have beautiful bar, various dining, hardwood floors and ceilings. Here's a rendering of that space looking from the east towards the west. You can see the deck terrace along the background here. Really a spectacular room. We're going to, up here, the balcony is going to be expanded toward the water so we can have outdoor dining. And that dining will also have some lounge space off to the east side here. A couple of doors to get you in and out of that space. Inside, there's a variety of seating. There we have booths in two areas. We have low tables for dining, and right around these tables right here. There are bar height tables that will be used as well. There's a wonderful community table that will be in the center of the room. We can come meet new friends or plop your large family down. There is going to be an area for cocktailing. You can see over here to the left, have some comfortable seating. Just come and have a drink before you sit down for dinner, or just come for a drink. And of course, we have about a dozen bar stools that are going to be at the bar as well. We'll have TVs in this room. We're planning to have 4 large screen TVs. You can see their location above the bar and over there in that cocktail lounge area I just described. So now we're moving out of the 1896 Grille, and we're in the hallway that's between the Lafayette room over here, and we're heading over this direction to the deck. So in this space, you will see we're going to install wine and spirits lockers. You'll be able to have your own locker and secure your wines, your own wines, any whiskeys, and include liquors at the club. And we think it's going to save you a good bit of money, because we'll just charge you a corkage fee for your wine, or just a setup per drink for the whiskey that you love. It's going to be a nice enhancement to what the club offers. This is our vision for these lockers, what they're going to look like. There'll be a combination of lockers. Some will be conditioned to maintain 55 degrees of temperature, which is the best temperature for storing wines. You'll be able to have your nameplate on each one of the lockers, and there'll be some lockers like you'll see here that are not conditioned. So, but again, it's going to be a really nice feature for the club. One that I'm really excited about is we're going to turn the old President's Room right here into the Waterfront wine shop, and it's going to be awesome. You will see it's going to be a retail wine shop that we're going to sell wines at wholesale prices to our members. We're confident that we can compete with grocery stores and Total Wine and Beverage. We're going to beat their prices. I had a wine shop at my last club over at Two Rivers in Williamsburg. It was enormously successful. Our members loved to buy all their wine there. They would show the wine shop off to their friends, and it's really a talking piece for members as much as anything else. And in that room, we'll have a really interesting and awesome looking table that will be used for tastings. It'll be dinner height, where you could reserve that room and have a exclusive, awesome wine dinner in that room all to yourself. And we'll be hosting some wine dinners that are by invitation as well. So again, this is what the wine shop is going to look like. It's going to have a terrific storefront off of the hallway there. I mentioned, you can see, we're going to have a table similar to something like this, where we can have nice dinner in there. It's just really going to be one of the nicer amenities of any private club in our area. These are the cabinetry blueprints, so to speak. You can see this is an overhead view here. There's cabinets on 3 walls. Here's that storefront. So this area is along the hallway. It has 3 walls. These are some construction drawings for the cabinetry on 2 of those walls. So, it's really going to be first class. So finally, we're moving over to the west end of the club, into the space that's currently the deck, and it's going to be called the deck in the future as well. But it's going to not look very similar at all, other than its footprint. So it's going to have hardwood ceiling added. It's going to have an entirely new island bar with 4-sided seatings. The bar we have today is going to be demolition down to the ground, and all new bars coming. We'll have a built-in cooking station that we'll use as we do for pasta night or Sunday brunch omelet stations. So that'll be built into one of the walls to the west in the room, and it's going to have better ventilation, so be less cooking odors in the room. So really a nice functional amendment to the room. We're going to take the existing awning that's over the outside deck terrace. That's going to be converted to a hard shingled roof. We're going to add fans and heaters so we can expand the outdoor season. I'm expecting year round, the way the weather is around here. So, families, you'll be happy to know that we are getting an entirely new aquarium for that room. So not to worry. So here's here is the rendering of that four-sided bar I mentioned just a moment ago. It's going to be in the location of the bar where it is today, but it'll be on hardwood floors. Again, when you come up the stairs over this side, you'll be able to look straight through to the water. You know, really an upgrade from what we have today. So, back during the McMahon survey, you told us loud and clear that you're looking for an enhanced outdoor dining experience. Well, we have a solution for that. The budget is very tight for this project, so we're working through the numbers right now. So as the money becomes available, this is what we plan to do. So we hired a landscaping company to come in and give us their thoughts on improving the outdoor dining experience along the water. So you'll see we've drawn in 3 fire pits that are connected by a beautiful walkway. I met with the city last week. I was pleasantly surprised that they said, yeah, you can do this. We just need you to add some landscaping to mitigate the grass that you're taking away, the natural vegetation there as well. So we're going to add some landscaping to do this. Here's a view of that project, 45 degrees up in the air, kind of if you were in a drone looking from the marina towards the back of the clubhouse. Again, you can see it's just going to be spectacular. We picture that this is what it'll look like. You know, warm fires, Adirondack chairs arranged in a circle, just looking out on the water. You know, it just makes me want to go out there right now. So that's what we envision. We also asked the architect to, to design a roof over the ballroom patio. You know, and right now we're calling this the South Promenade. So the architect drew a standing metal seam roof, hard roof, permanent roof over that lower patio. This is what it would look like if you're looking from the west to the east. It'll have big fans, heaters. You know, again, the mission is expanding the outdoor dining season to year round. It'd be wonderful for weddings, club events. If you remember back in the beginning of COVID times, you know, we rented a tent and put it over this space so we could do more outdoor events, and that is the plan for here. Don't have all the money to do this yet. We think we're going to be able to do at least those fire pits over the winter time, but you know, we're going to try hard to make the budget work into where we can have a hard roof over the South Promenade. So the schedule, it's about to start, by the way. The design is just about done. In fact, the construction documents are already at the city planning office in process for approvals. The project's going to be 10 months long. So it's going to start very, very soon. In fact, the deck and the formal dining room and the space in the yellow on this drawing here will begin November 10th, and it'll last until March 31st. So all this area is going to be unavailable starting in 2 weeks. So not to worry though, I'll tell you all about that in a minute. So during this time, we're going to move member dining over to the Lafayette room right here, because that will not have gone under construction yet, and we will move back into the old Grille. Of course, COVID restrictions are still in place right now, so There will be no bar stools in the old Grille. There will be no bar stools over here in the Lafayette bar. But we're gonna offer dining over there, probably over in this new Elizabeth room as well. So that's what's going to happen through the end of this year, right through New Year's Eve. So after New Year's Eve, beginning January 4th through March 31st, pretty much the rest of the club upstairs of the clubhouse will go under renovation and will be unavailable to the membership. The kitchen is going to be renovated in this blue area here. The red area is the Lafayette room. This beige area over here, that's pretty much everything else will start. And that'll last until March 31st as well. The green area, the old Grille and the lobby, upper lobby, that's going to go under starting in the end of January 28th, and that'll last until June the 4th. So quite a long time to get the whole upstairs done, but the good news is, you know, we're going to open up the deck and the 1896 around April 1st. So moving downstairs, the skippers and the ballrooms will be the first to go under. That's these beige areas right here in the plan drawings. That'll start June 7th and run through July 19th. Next will be the ballroom and the main entrance to the club. The main foyer and ballroom lobby will go under beginning June 28th, and that'll last through September 17th. So this is the last phase of the project. So during all this time, you're going to need to come in the deck entrance. That is when the project is expected to be ready, which is around October 1st or middle of September. We're saying October 1st, as we all know how construction goes. So just to recap, we're going to move you around so we can keep you using the club. So from November 10th, 2 weeks from now, until December 31st, you'll be dining in the old Grille in the Lafayette room, as I mentioned before. January 4th through March 31st, upstairs closed. We're going to open the galley over at the fitness center for lunch and dinner. Additionally, we're going to arrange half of the ballroom for member dining as well, and that's going to be Tuesday through Saturday, just in the evenings, because you can get lunch over in the galley. But that'll last right through March 31st. We'll still be doing pasta night. We're going to add a taco night and other buffets and the like. But we really can't offer menu service in the ballroom because the downstairs kitchen is not set up for that. There's no place to grill any meats or burgers or it's just a production kitchen. Great for buffets, mass production, but not for menus. So, but we will have plenty of takeout options. Think back to the beginning of COVID, lots of groceries and other take-home meals. But as I mentioned before, light at the tunnel. 1896 Grille, and the deck and the main kitchen open April 1st. And you'll probably forget about the rest of the building under construction because it's going to be so spectacular in those two restaurants. So I want to thank the committee chairperson in charge of the project. That's Molly McCune and her team, her committee of Ed Estes, Gray Grandy, Lucy Williams, and Nancy Nussbaum, and our board members John Murray and Marianne Scott have been working very closely on this project too. Thank you, everybody. So pretty much nothing in the clubhouse is going to be reused when we open the clubhouse spanking new. So we need to get rid of everything we have. And we want to do that. We're going to have a tag sale, a yard sale, however you want to call it. We're going to do that near the end, middle to end of November. So that is scheduled for Thursday, and Friday, November 19th and 20th. The first day will be for members only. We'll let you know what time that's going to be. On Friday, we're going to allow staff and members to buy items at the club. And whatever's left over, we're going to open it to the public on Saturday, November 21st, and Sunday, November 22nd, and that'll be by appointment. And also, members can certainly come over and buy something those 2 days as well. And if you know of a civic organization or a church or someone who can use a lot of commercial restaurant furniture, chairs, tables, this might be a great opportunity to acquire some of our furniture. So keep your ears open. If you know of anybody, let me know. So we're going to continue to let you know what's going on with this project. We're going to have briefings in the Ship and Shore newsletter. There'll be regular online communications on Facebook, our member website, Instagram. I mentioned the member website. There's a whole page dedicated to the project, norfolkyacht.com/plan. And if you have any questions or comments, just please contact any board member or committee chair. They all know a lot about the project, or contact me, Ken Underwood. I'll be happy to share with you anything I know about the project. So that is what's happening with the Facilities Enhancement Plan. I'm so glad you took the time to view this presentation. And when I took the job here 2.5 years ago, my personal mission was to put this club on the map. And we have made such progress since that time, with the enhancements to the racket sports, the pool, the fitness center, all new fitness equipment. We repainted all the buildings. We're really refreshing the place, and this is the next phase. And I can just envision driving across the bridge and looking over and seeing those fire pits lit on a November night and people enjoying a glass of wine. This club is going to be the place to be. I'm proud to be a part of that, and hope to see you around this spectacular club. Thanks for attending, everybody. Bye-bye.